Welcome and hello and hello and welcome and hello and welcome and hello. Thank you for joining me on an extremely special Monday edition. Happy Monday, guys. It's un poco mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more, guys. Of course, being a Monday, I would like to talk with you about one of my favorite stocks right now, perhaps my favorite stock because it's just absolutely grossly, insanely undervalued and just shorted to death in a manner that just doesn't make any sense to me at all. So people are like, "Oh, you harp on stocks so much." What's up, M Russo 215? I used to make a video about SoFi every single day. I would just, endlessly caring about SoFi. Buy SoFi, buy SoFi, buy SoFi. Not to be like, why do you keep harping on this stock? I'm like, well, because the stock is $5 and I feel that it's worth $13.75 and I want you guys to make money. I know my audience is so small and insignificant and, ugly and poorly endowed and just, bunch of pathetic losers, a bunch of short weighing all-stars, shoe shine boys, country club golf hustlers, some truck stop aficionados, if you will. But I want you guys to make money, believe it or not. And I take a look at what the short CRISPR is worth at least 80, 90 bucks right now. Okay. And they're shorting the living hell out of it from the mid 30s. It makes absolutely no sense. There's only 86, 87 million shares in existence. Okay. Market makers own over 70% of the shares, but that is a complete misnomer because if you count pharmaceutical companies, market makers own about 95% of the shares. And I can show you what I mean with that. Now, you look at this price action. I've never seen anything like this. Look, we're right in the channel. We're going to recover this blue line here. I'm fairly certain of it. But if you look at the 5-day, I have never seen mechanic hacks on a stock like this. Every time the stock goes down, you see accumulation through here. And if you look at the candles, this is all green, all pure green. And then the volume to drop it is a fraction of the volume they're buying. So this is how they accumulate and try to cover low, but they're not even covering. They're just re-shorting. Every time they short all through here every single day. 1 second, guys. I got to take this call. I'll be right back. Oh, well, welcome and hello again. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Joining me once again on this extremely special edition. But my point is, if you've ever seen mechanic hacks on us, I mean, look at this walk up. You see this thing fall from 37.67 on this fake Intellia news, down to 35.39, instantly shoot back up to 37. And all these waterfalls. I mean, this is price fixing. This is price fixing. They fix the bid and the ask. They overwhelm all the trading. This stock is perfect for these, naked short weighing all-stars because it doesn't trade that much. It only trades 2 million shares a day. There's very low liquidity in the stock because institutions own the whole thing. Let me go back to what I was talking about. If you look at the holders, okay, it says 78% of the float is held by institutions. And then look at these institutions. Okay, ARK, Capital International, T. Rowe Price, and then comes our big boys, BlackRock, Sumitomo, State Street, UBS, FMR. If you go down a little bit, our favorite Vanguard is also in the mix. But what this is not counting, with this 77% is not counting, are the pharmaceutical companies that own the rest of this entire company. Let me show you what I mean. So if you look at Fintel at Insiders, it says 27%. Why does it say 2% on Yahoo, 27% on Fin? It's very simple because they're counting these companies that own shares. Vertex Pharmaceuticals, 6 million shares. GlaxoSmithKline owns another, 3 million shares, whatever it is. You have to kind of look through, but you can basically see, right here on insiders, like who owns what. Bayer owns 6% of the company. Vertex owns 6% of the company. Celgene owns 4% of the company. GlaxoSmithKline owns another 4% of the company. So right there, you see, 7 and 8. I mean, just add that shit up. 9, 5 plus 4 pennies. These guys own another, 13, almost like basically over 20%, 21, 22%. Institutions own 76%. Add it up. It's like 96% of the shares are accounted for by pharma and market makers, and then they're shorting 25% of the shares, and they just keep shorting it on tilt. Look at the cost to borrow going up. Look at the shares available going down just consistently. Last Friday, they borrowed another 67,000 shares. Today, they're borrowing another 175,000 shares. Just tilted on a stock that's worth triple this easily. This makes no sense. They're going to make more deals like the Vertex deal. They have ex vivo and in vivo. They have the best pipeline in gene editing. They have the best balance sheet in gene editing. They have the best partner in gene editing. No one else has been able to make this happen at all. So why short this stock into they can't even make it go down? They can't even make this is how impotent and ridiculous and stupid these shorts are. And it's all the same people. I mean, Friday, 69%, Thursday, 74% short volume ratio, 71, 71, 70, 65, 66, 70, 70. This is insane. This is insane tilt. These guys are going to run this thing up over 100. There's zero question about that in my mind. But I'm a chunky stock monkey. Everybody's favorite flunky. Your old fuddy-duddy study buddy. Excuse me. That's some good mini water, guys. Want to do nicknames? Out in Las Vegas, they call me Little Danny Cornbread DiCarlo because I'm moist, doughy, and I crumble under pressure. Anywhere near the sea, they call me the tugboat because I am short in stature. I pull more than my own weight, and I'm rarely far from my home port. They call me mini water because I have short booties. I'm cylindrical, and I leave you completely unsatisfied. Down in the Miami, Florida area, of course, they call me Little Stubby Cohiba. That was due to an extremely unfortunate manscaping accident I had in 1982 just outside of Fort Lauderdale. As most of you know who've known me since back in the day, I used to manscape with a old vintage Vitamix blender. And it might seem obvious in retrospect, but you do not want to hang your genitals near a stainless steel blade with no guard spinning at 30,000 RPMs. It's a recipe for disaster. Suffice it to say, anywhere in South Florida these days, they call me Stubby Cohiba. Because I cut my penis with a blender. That's the bit. I mean, it's a horrible bit. Of course, it never really happened, but I just think Stubby Cohiba is somewhat amusing. What's up, Maria Powell? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Omed? Unpuco, that's me. It's Stockman Mark. Haven't seen Stockman Mark in a little while. What's up? Rear Admiral, please. Don't promote me. I'm not a full admiral. I like to just come in the rear, if you know what I mean. No, not really. Anyway, this show's gotten extremely gay and just focused mostly on the male genitalia. It's not gay, it's very gay friendly. Anyway, what's up, Carl C. Mark? You selling any mattresses today, buddy? Who else is here? Anybody? Nobody. Two brothers. So that's two people. We got the great Ben Cahan. You put it in the corner. No SMCI. No, I still holding on to SMCI. SMCI is still going to 89. These turds are. It's the same turds shorting. I mean, it's the exact same turds. But I mean, let me tell you what I'm talking about with this value. So this is part of the manipulation. TipRanks AI has the stock at $37 and a hold. Analyst average is $70, $69. So TipRanks has this right on top at $37 and their AI, which is the price. It's so stupid. It's just such generic, foolish manipulation. But if you start to look at all the, anybody who's rated this stock recently, 56 from Manny Fubar, Sullivan Turkian, Citizens JMP, 86, Mitchell Kapoor, HC Wainwright, 65. These are all the most recent ratings. Kostas Belarusis, 75. You got Edward Tenthal. Doesn't anybody have a regular name? Look at old Gil Bloom from Needham. I mean, he's at $81 in a buy. Old Edward, $105 in a buy. Mizuho just downgraded the stock from 99 to 85 and a buy. Do you see the pattern here? These are 2.5, 3 times the current value of the stock, and they're shorting the stock at 70% ratios on tilt on a company that has absolutely no chance, zero chance of going out of business. They have $2 billion in cash and no debt. They're only burning like $50 million a quarter. They have money coming in, from the cash they have invested. Their runway is years and years and years, like 10 years. I mean, not really, but at least 5. I mean, I think officially it's 3 or 4 years if they're just burning cash, but they're not. They're going to get more payments from Vertex, and they're going to get more partnerships like Vertex. They own almost 100% of their pipeline outside of Caskevi. So if all these other companies that are seeing, their revenues start to fall, they know they need to get into gene editing. There's no better partner than CRISPR. So why do you think these guys are shorting the stock, just so incredibly recklessly? I mean, look at the days to cover on this turd. Look at the days to cover. 11 days to cover. That speaks to the lack of liquidity. Short score is 71. They short the living hell out of the stock every single day. And it's all the usual people. Okay. Peak 6 LLC. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure. And then Citadel, Susquehanna, Jane Street, Walleye, Simplex, Group 1, Tudor, Wolverine Trading. They're always short good stocks because they're going to flip them and run them up. You'll see this start to happen, especially watch Jane Street, Susquehanna, Citadel. They're the ones running this, short wing price fixing mafia regime. I mean, you could just see it from the price action. It's not even subtle at all. It's not subtle at all what these guys are doing with this stock. I mean, this is just mechanic hacks, scratching desperately like a drowning rat. These shorts are drowning rats. They're shorting a $90 stock from the mid 30s, 27% of the float, and the stock's owned like 95+% by institutions and pharma companies. How do you think this is going to end? I mean, you look at this, institutional long shares, 94%. And then you look at the short, 25%. So there's at most 5% of the shares trading, at most, 4 million shares really trading. That's how this is all just double dealing, self-dealing. They're selling the bid in the ass to themselves. And they're going to turn it. They're going to try to turn it when there's not one retail investor left in the stock, because they don't want retail investors in the stock when they're about to start the run up. Want to get you out at the bottom, have you smell the dip or sell the dip and smell the rip. And then when it rips, they're going to convince you that it's going to keep going up forever. And then they're going to dump it on your head at the top, because that's what they do. Short interest 21.5. They've got another 5 million shares on loan. The reason they can do this is very simple, because the longs are loaning the shorts the shares for free, because they both want to keep the stock down, because they don't want your happy ass to make any money. They want you to lose money, because this is a zero-sum game. Where do you think all of BlackRock's trading profits come from? You think they're taking them from Vanguard? No, they work together on every single fucking deal. It's coming out of your pocket, your side hustle, your Uber. You're delivering Domino's. It goes right into BlackRock's fucking Larry, whatever his name is, goes right into his pocket so he can go, DJ or whatever. Bald asshole. He's really good at what he does, apparently. It's a lot of money. But I'm just asking you guys, how does this make any sense? How does this make any sense, what they're doing with this thing? Look at the balance sheet. I mean, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if somebody like Wall Street Bets, Roaring Kitty, whatever, if just basically anyone gets a whiff of this thing anyone just gets a whiff, just tickles the balls a little bit, just checks the oil. You know what I mean? I think you do. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, thumbs ahead. So I don't know, guys. I know this audience with the 20 people watching, there's no liquidity in my, there's even less liquidity in my audience there is in CRISPR stock. You guys have zero liquidity. You guys got tiny wings. You're hopeless. So I guess I'm more talking to myself, but I don't know. This is insane. I mean, if something gets on this stock, if something pushes the demand for this stock higher, you're going to see 20 million shorts shares trying to cover at once, with retail and institutions and pharma trying to buy shares, and there's no shares. This is probably the most perfect setup for an insane short squeeze I've ever seen on a stock that's this stable, established, and they're just, explain to me why. Okay, I understand shorting the sector. I understand a lot of the companies were having financial problems. They were, abandoning their ex vivo pipelines in favor of in vivo, but CRISPR is perfectly equipped to do it all. And when they get that next giant partnership like Vertex that's going to bring them billions of dollars for their future pipeline while still giving them a piece, a la the Risotto brothers, going to bring in the Risotto brothers for a piece. No share, just a taste. So my mother-in-law's name, Jimmy. Well, she loves that car. I don't care where you take it. Bring it back where you got it. So my mother-in-law's name, Jimmy. Don't. Real life Jimmy would have just backhanded that girlfriend. They don't like to go there. Anyway, so that's really all I had on CRISPR. This is another huge bad omen for the shorts, is that volume is back up today. I mean, it's not massive, but 1.15 million shares traded so far. Average is only 2 million. So I think this is probably going to push up above average, but this is a scam, guys. This is a price fixing scam. I don't know if I've ever seen any setup this obvious. And I know you guys aren't going to buy it, and this isn't advice because you're slow, you're stupid, you just want to buy the dogs, you want to chase. Swing trading is great. If the momentum is already there and you can latch onto it, wonderful. I like to pick stocks that haven't moved yet. That's my thing. I don't like to IBD trade. I look at their ideas, I try to get ideas and everything, but I mean, I still love SMCI. I still think that stock's going to go to 89, but I think the way this stock is wound up, it's going to go way over 100. Way over 100. That's my opinion. I'm probably wrong because I'm a big jerk. Let's see. Well, I just wrote a bull spread on it. Nice, Lisa. Good on you. Not financial advice, keep in mind. Not a lurker is probably working. He's probably working. My $50 calls, I'm not betting on it, just 50. Yeah, I mean, Brian, you don't necessarily have to buy those options, that'll go to 50. You get into the 40s, and you're probably going to make quite a bit of money if you roll out of them early. So I don't know where they are. Sorry, guys, I'm getting just a little bit sick. Got a lot of phlegm in my throat here today. Mini water. Anyway, guys, Larry Fink, that DJing son of a bitch. Let's see. We got Stockman Mark, Carl C. Mark, Maria Powell. We got the great. I tell you, I'm invested in this stock, same as SMCI. Yep, nice. Glad to have you. Glad to have you on side, buddy. I don't know where they are. Probably making money right in options. Whoop up 20. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, the chart looks, Maria, the chart looks, or excuse me, Lisa, the chart looked insane, but the chart looks good. This is not a real chart. This is not real price action. I'm showing you the short volume ratios. They're crazy. These are hacks. 95% institutional ownership, 25% short, 27% of the float sold short. I just let it sink in, guys. Look at the statistics on this thing. If stupid Yahoo would load. PC load letter, what the fuck does that mean? So last share short prior month, 20 million. This time shares, this is just killing me. Depends what source you look at. Sold short as a percentage of the float, 28%. Institutions, again, 77%, not counting the 22% owned by pharma. You start to add it up, it's like 90%. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. Let me throw your comments up on screen if anybody wants to fire off some angry missive. There's only 87 million shares. The float is 85, 86 million. I mean, even actual insiders own 2%. It's got to add that on the top. 80% plus 22. Seems like institutions own about 105% of the shares. So this one, again, it just makes absolutely no sense. Cash per share, $21.50 in cash. They have 1.86 billion in cash and 200 million in debt. Debt to equity. Look at a company being shorted 27, 28% of the float. And then show me debt to equity ratios like this. Show me runways like this. Show me pipelines like this. Show me partners. It makes no fucking sense on any level. They're scamming everybody. These price fixing short wang turds are scamming everybody. And if they get every retail investor out of this stock, they're going to drive your women and children out into the prairie, the cold prairie, like a Bobby Duvall, Kevin Costner, TBS biopic. Annette Bening is just still outraged having to work with Kevin Costner. I'm fond of you, see. It's like, who is this? Simple Jack? Is your character special needs? Anyway, guys. What's up, Deuce Kabuski? 200 shares. Nice. Excellent. I think that's a good move. Not financial advice, but I like it. Premium option. I closed out some with 10x to right, hoping that horns pattern, cap pattern happens. GME, hee-haw. Feeling awesome. Awesome, Brian with a Y. Hope that all works out for you guys. That's really all I had for today. CRISPR. I think this stock's worth $100 plus. Market makers know it's worth $100 plus, but they're holding it in the 30s. It is what it is, guys. You got to decide what to do. The potential treatments on the way will be quite expensive ones. I would fear that Trump will fight against the cost treatment as declared. Yeah, this is world. No, I really don't think that, because by the time these treatments are widely adopted, this term is going to be, this is not something that's going to just jump off the shelves in the next 3 years. I mean, most of the pipeline is in phase 1. Partnerships can come in, but no, I don't think it's really a cost issue with the treatment. I think they just, what's up, Vaco S? I rarely get to watch you live. Entertaining content as always. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Don't know if you're a sir or a ma'am because your avatar is just a black hole of nothing, but I certainly appreciate it. And if I misgender you, go fuck yourself. No, I try not to, but I'm just, I can't be politically correct. I never was politically correct. In my mind, I'm super respectful, nice to everybody, but I just can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. My pronouns are fuck and you. Anyway, I have no idea either, Brian. I have no idea about anything. Guys, I got to run. It's CRISPR. It's shorted to death. I don't think these shorts have any play. I think they're just counting on collusion, counting on everybody working together to, basically screw retail. But I think retail is getting too smart for that. Retail buys the lows. Retail hangs on. Retail has no fear. Retail knows how to play options. Retail's selling options, not just buying options. It's a whole new returner, guys. It's a whole new returner, back and better than ever. When I look at small pharma stocks, they don't have a cash runway. Yeah, Deuce, this is exactly what I've been harping on now for a couple weeks. The balance sheet, the pipeline, the whole freaking trade, this whole short trade makes absolutely no sense. Thanks, Lisa. Guys, I got to run. Excellent, two brothers. I think it's a great move. Again, this isn't advice. I'm just trying to give you guys ideas. I highly encourage you. Think for yourself. Do research for yourself. Don't listen to fat assholes on YouTube. It's a recipe for disaster. Most of us are, depressed. We have, intimacy issues. We're, just struggling. No, anyway. Lisa, SUV. Yeah, I love SVU too. I love Stabler, Benson and Stabler, two of my favorites. Max Greevy was probably my favorite, just because he's a fat guy. I respect Topers because of the Tebedaki method. Max Greevy, you had some good fat guys on Law and Order. You had Max Greevy, you got Piali Sorvino. Who else you have there? Chris Noth, not really a fat guy. You get that Benjamin Bratt, pretty boy, not a fat guy. Over time, they went from that sort of, who's that old dude they had, Jerry Orbach? They go from people who look like real detectives, fat guys, old guys, smokers, people that just droopy, wrinkled, look like Joe Kenda from that show where he's like solving crimes in Colorado. But they had other ideas. Thought he would run off the boulder and give me the slip. But I drove down there chain smoking cigarettes and found him. Lieutenant Kenda's here. Somebody get him a cigarette. He's about to solve this thing. I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for your smoking detective. Premium the option, Lisa. You guys are all brilliant. We're doing a little wheel strategy on SLV, and you're loving life. Indeed, great minds. You both are wearing wide brim hats. I believe that may be Lisa's partner there in some type of a white jacket, probably Martha's Vineyard, spending her premium money on champagne coolies, caviar, as she's wont to do. Which one of you two brothers added, though? You both add? What, you guys Siamese twins? What do you got? You guys are grown-ups. Break the bond. Get your own YouTube account already. No. Let me put my brother on the phone. Hey, guys, if you haven't listened to Let Me Put My Brother on the Phone by Jay Florentine, please Google it. Anyway, thanks so much. I appreciate you watching. This has been absolutely the greatest honor of my life, entertaining you fuckfaces here for a little bit. Peace. I'm out.